there was huge challenges in making the film, but at the same time, from the very beginning, we also embraced a lot of the limitations and a lot of those challenges as things that we would incorporate into the story. The fact that the film is told from the conceit of these monitoring cameras inside and outside the ship, suddenly allowed us to determine, okay, what do you see and what don't you see? The things that happen, sometimes off screen can be more powerful than what you actually see. The fact that you don't have a roving camera that will allow you to go everywhere suddenly also allows you to make a lot of decisions that gradually become part of the visual language of the film. And one of the things that I thought was fascinating, is in this film, I didn't feel while I was making the film that this film would necessarily have, my personal visual stamp as a director, but I had to basically come up with what, because it is a photo documentary and it's put together by this, company, Europa Ventures, that sent this ship out, to space, and they're editing the film, the footage together. You have the perspective of, of a third party who's actually putting this film together, and you have to feel that, decisions that are being made there are being made by someone, by an invisible narrator who put this film together. And suddenly you're playing with a different set of tools. I thought for me that was actually one of the more interesting things about this, was that even though right now found footage has, carries a certain stigma, and you think that if you're watching a found footage film, it'll be, a tape found in the woods, and it'll be a handheld, degraded, shaky camera, and suddenly to be doing a found footage where you have, still cameras that are not moving, they're not panning, and that are very high tech. It feels different. It doesn't feel like a typical found footage. It feels very unique, and to play with that was actually, very, very, very cool. I felt, it actually brought the film to a more, to just a different visual language. Also, some of the nonlinear editing in the film actually, it wasn't just put there to be clever or to say, okay, we're going to make this, more cerebral or what have you. No, it actually had to do with presenting the characters at the moments where they're going through a crisis, presenting the characters at the moments where they're struggling, so that you can connect with them more. This nonlinear element came up in the editing room, and we played with both the chronological version and the nonlinear version. And what would happen in the chronological version was that because everything starts very victorious and very, things are looking great. The mission is heading in the right direction. It feels like a big adventure is beginning. It takes a long time to actually really connect with the characters, and when we started messing around with the structure, actually what it allowed us to do is to feel that, okay, these guys, they're going through something tough. There's something that I might not completely comprehend right away, but the connection is there. I feel I was very lucky, and this being an ensemble piece, to have also a very very diverse and unique cast. It was cool that we didn't have like a single huge star. It was more like really solid actors, from different parts of the world. The fact that the story itself, the fact that this was a private mission in the near future, allowed us to mix nationalities. I thought was a really cool choice, and being able to have someone like Michael Nyqvist, from Sweden, who was he was actually the first one to come on board. He loved the script. We got on the phone on Skype, and he was thrilled about the possibility of doing this. And suddenly, he's a little bit of a magnet for other actors. Once he's on board, Charlton Copley, who also loved the script, but knows that Nyqvist is there, is a lot more enthusiastic about playing against him, and you have someone like Ana Maria Marinka from Romania, who I'm a huge fan of hers from 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days.